Hello everyone and welcome to a slightly later filmed episode of Pokemon AZ. That's right, it's a solo episode, everyone's favourite type of episode, except for the people whose favourite episode it is not. I am getting to do a pretty fun one this time, which is solid, as we are going through what has admittedly been a bit of a struggle to get great, to do well. It's been a struggle to do well. I haven't been doing very well so far in Regulation E. I think we had like one pretty decent episode and then just a lot of really bad ones. A lot of really ones that were not very good. But we will, we will continue on and hopefully I'll be able to get a better feel for Regulation E. This time we're using a Pokemon that basically, it's basically Ogerpon. We have, is this our first Paradoxmon? I think this might be our first Paradoxmon. I don't think we use Screamtail. I think this is our first Paradoxmon in Brute Bonnet. We're actually coming up, I think, on finishing all the Titans pretty soon. But the Paradoxmons are a good while away. I think all of the rules will be done inside Regulation E, whereas I think we'll be getting through not even getting into the Irons yet. But yeah, I think this is our first Paradoxmon, so that's cool. Brute Bonnet. This Pokemon has seen some play in Regulation D. Definitely limited. It is significantly outclassed by Amoonguss, but does have more outright offense. I'd say the two major flaws of Brute Bonnet in comparison to Amoonguss is that Brute Bonnet does not have access to... Brute Bonnet is not a Fairy Resist, and Fluttermane is very good. And Brute Bonnet, I don't think, has Rage Powder. Sorry, not Rage Powder, Pollen Buff. No, it does have Pollen Buff. I guess it just doesn't use it. Probably because its other moves are generally better. And then it's also significantly faster, so 55 is nowhere near as good at 30 in terms of matching up into Trick Room. It is in fact faster than both Blood Ursalunas. Because the one at 50 and the one at 52. So that is definitely a major flaw that Brute Bonnet has to experience. It's Pokemon that, really has not managed to flesh out that some use that it has seen on Sun. So far, this format, we haven't really seen much of any of it, and we're just kind of looking to see on from here what the what Brute Bonnet is doing. And then the other Pokemon, because I just realized I've spent all this time talking about one of the Pokemon, not the other. As we get towards the end of the... actually, no, that's an overstatement. We still got a few more of these new Pokemon coming up. Including next episode, which I've already filmed, but is slightly confusing to me. Vikavolt. So, this Pokemon is new. It's also one of those Pokemon that is not exactly slow enough for Trick Room. You gotta love it. Does it have Tailwind in this format? No, it doesn't. Heartbreaking. But I still think this team does sort of want to be Trick Room because it has a Rage Powder Mon that you can use, like with the Cresselia, to set Trick Room, and then it has, as well as a physical attacker that appreciates. Generally, physical attacker that appreciates the thing, Lunar Dance, healing, and the Vikavolt. So Vikavolt is slow. Vikavolt has access to this fun combo. So you know how Hyper Voice, Throat Spray, Blood Moon isn't crazy strong. Yeah, it's not better with Bug Buzz. But it is boosted by Throat Spray, so I think that's a major sort of thing. It does have the ability to scale up, and Bug is okay in the current format as an offensive type. Now, I'd say the main flaw this Pokemon has is, as a levitating electric type, it doesn't resist flying, so it doesn't resist Lando, and you often want to Terra into a type that resists Lando, but then you're not doing that much damage. I think maybe a Terra Steel sort of vibe is the jam. I'm not sure. This is probably what I lean towards though. But yeah, I definitely would slap Cresselia onto the team. I definitely would sort of probably slap Iron Hands as well. I would consider picking up maybe like a Scarf. So yeah, just generally speaking, the main thing this Pokemon would like to abuse Trick Room, and it would like the Trick Room with some sustain. Like I was saying, you could do like the Terra Steel, and then have Cresselia with Lunar Blessing to help it maintain its sort of position, and you can use the Rage Powder in the early game to allow Cresselia to get good position. I don't really know if you should be running a different move than Sucker on Brute Bonnet. Let's see if Beagalytics has any usage for Brute Bonnet at this current point in time. Now, I would not be shocked to see some. Okay, apparently Seed Bomb and Terra Blast and Bullet Seed. I don't think I'm going Loaded Dice. The Loaded Dice is like the offensive one. If you're running Sun, I think Loaded Dice Bullet Seed makes a lot of sense. If you're not running Sun, I think you'd probably prefer Booster Energy if you want an offensive boosting item. There's a lot of different moves that I'm seeing run on this mon. I think Sucker Punch is definitely what I'm sticking with. I think these are staying. It could be Terra Blast. I think Terra Blast is probably Fire, because you don't really want to be a Water type, because you want the Fairy Resist a lot. I think in general you like Fairy Resists. The Fairy Resists are kind of good. Especially on Pokemon that did not previously resist Fairy. And then just kind of like Terra Blast there. Could consider even throwing Torkoal on the team, though I feel like that kind of overlaps with what we're trying to do with Vikavolt. And I will probably just run a Focus Sash, because that means I can run Max Attack. Could consider just going yeah, I should just go Max. Could consider going with something else there, like maybe an Occa Berry or something, but we've got Terra Fire to sort of get around that. Maybe a Citrus Berry makes more sense, and also not as much attack. And consider juicing up maybe the special defense a decent bit. Probably want to pair this with Intimidate as well. Yeah, Lunar Blessing, Trick Room. I'm a really big fan of the Psychic Ice Beam set that we've been seeing perform a decent bit in tournament. This like more offensive version of Cresselia really just doesn't, like, you really can't ignore it, which is one of the things that I have found really solid about it. I think we've still been seeing at least some Terra Fairy on it. It doesn't make you resist Ghost, but it makes you resist Bug and Dark, as well as lose the weakness to Ghost, which is pretty good. Defense, Spadef. I think I ran Spadef on this, so I guess I'd run Fizdef on this. Note that isn't like necessarily smart decision making. That's just decisions that I'm making. I don't always make right decisions. I just make decisions. Iron Hands. I think this is actually, this could be a Booster Energy set. The Swords Dance booster. Probably want Dream Punch. Fake Out, Swords Dance, and Wild. No, Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch on Swords Dance. You basically only need the nature in Fizdef because you take hits so goddamn well. And then you really just want to juice up. That's just be minus speed. You really just want to juice up the Fizdef and the Spadef. You just need to take hits really well in both categories because you do so much damage with booster attack. Now, remaining two Pokemon. I've got a Vikavolt. I think I would like some form of Intimidate if there's a decent option there. I could hold Word here. Don't think Word is what I'm looking for. How do I best beat opposing Trick Room? It's probably by running a Pokemon that either is good priority or is slow. I could just do like a Banded Hark. Banded Hark is like pretty good on Trick Room at this current point in time, mostly because it's pretty good. But yeah, the standard like Head Smash, E-Speed, Rock Slide, and Flare Blitz. Because you can use this to prevent your opponent preventing you from getting Trick Room by killing them. You can also use this to get Trick Room. Like, you can use Flare Blitz or Head Smash to get Switch. Head Smash is easier because it's 50% recoil. And you know, if you KO 2 Pokemon with this head smash, you generally will faint and thus be able to get in your Pokemon in Trick Room, which is nice. I think like Terra Fairy. We've got Redirection. I think we probably want an alternative special attacker. Could be a second. Oh, look at Vikavolt, one of the strongest special attackers in the current format. Could do Hatterene as an alternative. Could do Enam just as like a secondary strong special attacker. I mean, could do Ursaluna. I think I want to water type the most. An alternative of water type, maybe a fire, but surely there's a slow water type. Wow, Inteleon. Walking Wake still isn't legal, Sag. Clawitz not slow. Sorry, let's just look at slow water types. So let's put in water as a type and then look at slow Pokemon. Could do an offensive Dozer. Could do one of the slows. Don't really love the secondary. Could do Gastro for redirection as well. I'm going to try like a Life Orb Gastro with Storm Drain. 1,000,000% of the time I'm Terra Dragon in the in this meta with the Ogerpons. You definitely want a Terra that resists grass. Now you want Earth Power, Muddy Water, Ice Beam, and then probably Protect. And this, but minus speed. And you really want to still be a fire resist, and you really want to resist grass, which you can do with Terra Fire. But I prefer not to get another Terra Fire on the team. I already have that sort of flexibility with Brute Bonnet. And this allows me to develop a greater degree of flexibility. This loses pretty hard to Ogerpon at this current point in time because it's not fire resists, but I've got redirection and stuff around it. I feel like this is probably the sort of team which is best enabled to use Vikavolt because it is just a strong, slow special attacker. When it's at +1, it's getting a lot. It's doing so much damage. Like it genuinely is doing a really solid amount of damage. And then yeah, we've got Brute Bonnet, we've got Iron Hands, we've got Cress. This is super weak to like Chiyu Flutter leads, I think. But you know, sometimes that happens. My brain is dying. Regulation E. I'm considering doing a different league for YouTube through the period while VBL is off, and I'll probably like start that and maybe ship it to Thursdays after VBL starts back up, because it is a singles league. But I'm only just in like weird leagues right now. Okay, so a Trick Room Mirror. Armarouge. Is there manual Psychic Terrain on this team? Yeah, my rating is seriously deteriorated from 1403 or whatever my peak has been so far. I kind of want to leave Brute Bonnet just because I don't know what they're trying to do. And Spore is generally good into things that I don't know what they're trying to do. I can bring Vikavolt as well because it does resist Conk, which is nice. I may bring like a Hark lead next to Brute Bonnet and then go Cress and Vikavolt. I'm certainly not feeling too much value in Gastrodon, even if Earth Power is pretty good into their team. Because Cress is just a bit of a sticky issue, and I do want Vikavolt there for it. Because either Bug Buzz to non-Terrid, or Flash Cannon and Thunderbolt to the Terra options. Generally going to be my best sort of option there. Do you get Taunt? I have no idea if you get Taunt. I kind of want to just double into this Cress at this point. Sorry if I Terra Blast Fire. 42 to 50. Yeah. I think I just double the Cress. Wow, that did a lot. Okay, they went for Eruption. Neither of my Pokemon took that much damage on account of resisting it. That's a 4x resist on Arcanine, by the way, and it still took 33. Is that Specs damage or just charcoal damage? We want to look at eruption too. Just charcoal damage. Okay, that's looking like a Mark Punch coming out of the Conkeldurr. Now the Conkeldurr does not, but it still will. Mark will still pick up. So I think I want to bring Cress in and Fleb. Sorry, no, I don't want. I do not want to bring Cress in that slot. I'm gonna Spore the Torkoal and bring Cress in. I am slower than the Brute Bonnet. With Brute Bonnet. No, they went for CC. They went for CC! They were supposed to go for the other thing! Oh, that's got me miffed. I'm going to Eruption, and I'm going to... Also Bug Buzz. Sorry, Extreme Speed and Bug Buzz. Nah, I need a Rock Slide. Or Head Smash. I really don't have the option to go for that. It thinks that Rock Slide and Bug Buzz will KO Torkoal with the double up. I also have the chance to flinch Conk, which I do. Okay, now does the Bug Buzz get the KO? It does! Oh, Vikavolt, it's too strong. Wasn't even boosted yet. So Conk is faster, which isn't super shocking. I need to get rid of both of these Pokemon. I think the Conk is more of the threat. I think I'm going to Thunderbolt the Conk this turn. There's no way Conk's living Thunderbolt. King Gambit's probably living too, though. Even if it's the other one. Okay. Why does that CC do so much? I need to outplay Sucker Punches, which is annoying. I think I take one. And then I need to use Protects to outplay the remainder. Duh. Oh, they're faster. Never mind. That makes sense. Okay, well that's over. Well, you know, it was close. They played that the Conk pretty well. I think it may not have Mark. My rating is just going down so far. Whenever I lose like 30, but when I win, I gain like 15, and I hate it. It's so super painful. Okay, this is the exact team that I did not want to run into, except probably a different Pokemon than King Gambit. But like this lead is a challenge. So Cresselia definitely needs to lead, and then I think I might lead Hark because it's. I should have made it Jolly. I should have made the Hawk Jolly. I'm still leading the Hawk. And then bringing Brute Bonnet and Vikavolt in the back. Yeah, so this is basically what we kind of expected as a lead. I think I want to Terra Fairy Trick Room and then just Rock Slide. It should Oko Chiyu. They may switch in Lando. If they kill Arcanine, that's probably good for me. I don't know how they would. I guess with the double up, right? Okay, am I faster than the Chiyu? I'm not. Okay. This Terra didn't wind up making any sense, but you know, that sometimes happens. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna Psychic and Spore. Even though I need to Spore both of these Pokemon. Cool. Now I'm going to Psychic and Sucker Punch. And hope they don't switch, even though they should clearly just switch. Like, I'm not doing great right now. I guess I could Spore and switch in Vikavolt, actually. Sporing and switching in Vikavolt is definitely better. Alright, I'm going to throw a Bug Buzz into Chiyu. And Sucker Punch the Iron Hands, because that's how bad the positioning is for this this Pokemon. Okay, don't wake up. They woke up. I'm warped by Iron Hands. That is a definite oversight in my team build. I'm going to Thunderbolt the Chiyu slot, and I don't really have good information on that. Bring in Cresselia. Oh, that's great news. Okay, so I assume Flutter's coming out? Ogerpon's coming out. That's still fine. They haven't Terrid. No, they have Terrid. So I can just Bug Buzz and Lunar Blessing? Because there's no way. Like, there's no way Ogerpon's living that. The question is, does Flutter die? Flash Cannon may not even do it. The question now is, does Iron Hands die? And it looks like the answer to that is no. I could switch. I don't know how much sense that makes. I think I just want to Bug Buzz and Ice Beam the Iron Hand slot. Oh, that's good. No drop? No drop. Okay, it Heavy Slams and the Bug Buzz comes out. It doesn't even pick up with the double up. Okay. I think I need the Flutter to play defensively here. I need the Sucker Punch to go into the Iron Hands and the Flutter to attack the Vikavolt for me to win. That's a good play. They went for the Moonblast here, I assume? Yeah. No, they went for the good play. Oh well. Sometimes your opponent plays well. And, you know, I don't know. Okay, why is every episode the same? Is that my third game yet, or is that just the second? It's just the second. I'm so sick of this bloody ladder. Everyone just seems to have slightly better than me. It doesn't matter what team I use, because I'm having similar issues while laddering with this. But every single time I play, my opponents just seem to get like 5 times more out of their Pokemon than I. Like, there's no way that Iron Hand should have been living that. But, you know, guess you use bad Pokemon and then they don't do things. This is attack invested, Crest as well. Physical defensive as well. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm gonna lead Cress and Hark and bring Brute Bonnet Vikavolt in the back again. This is annoying, actually. I kind of expect this not to go well for me. I want to Ice Beam, and I think I want to Terra Normal Rock Slide. I kind of expect the Taunt to taunt the Cresselia on this team. Yeah. Okay, we see a U-turn come out. I was hoping for a Stomping. But we do get Abandoned Rock Slide off, and this this Taunt is most likely dead. On the downside, this Taunt being dead means that Lando is coming in. I'm also probably dead to this Flutter. I mean, I just have to go for the same move again, right? I don't really have another play. I don't really want to switch Vikavolt in the back here. Oh, okay, that's fine. Wow, that is... like, I have 0 Spit F. Does this Ice Beam surely KOs Lando, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Cool! I take it back, everything's fine. I take it back, everything is terrible. I need to switch Arcanine out. So I'm going for Psychic here, and switching Vikavolt into the Arcanine slot, I think. No, I need to switch Brute Bonnet in. They haven't Terrid yet, right? Yep, okay. It's a good start. So I Sucker Punch and Thunderbolt. I just need them not to Oko. Okay, that's a good start. Nope, not Flash Cannon. I can support the Ogerpon now as well. Also, it didn't Oko me. I do like that. Okay, we gotta win. We gotta win against like a decent team as well. I think Chiyu, they probably should have brought. Chiyu was very difficult for my team to deal with, though I do just can't lead Hawk. I should be using the Jolly Hawk. The Jolly Hawk is faster than what a lot of Chiyus are running. So is this Adder Hawk, to be honest. But I would definitely recommend switching with the Jolly Hawk. Honestly, this game 3 definitely worked out more than like I was hoping for the team to. Brute Bonnet got to take advantage of its Sucker Punch, which is its main distinguishing factor over Amoonguss, which is great. It's spoiled in Sucker Punch this series. Better Sleep turns could have won me other games. Certainly with that Iron Hands, I have in particular mind, because it not being able to heal back to full would have been nice. But Vikavolt did decent things. And yeah, I mean, Vikavolt definitely did decent things, right? Vikavolt won this game. Vikavolt was pretty good at winning the previous game. I think Brute Bonnet, you can slap onto teams, and if you want to use Vikavolt, like if you want to build a team around Vikavolt, you absolutely can do it. I think it's funny that it's 2 electric types. I think that this Iron Hand set wound up not feeling particularly good into any of the matchups I ran into, but that mostly comments to how limited Fake Out is and how good Intimidate is in the current format. Maybe a clear Amulet version of this would feel better. But honestly, yeah, I think Vikavolt is somewhat usable. I think Hawk is a pretty good addition to most teams. This Banded Hawk set is just good. There are other Hawk sets that are decent as well. Oh god, I dropped into the 1100s. At least I got decent elo for winning. It's just a shame that I got that when I was in 1100 instead of when I was climbing in the 1400s. This ladder is painful right now. I don't think I will be playing. Well, sorry, I will be overseas at the time the regional in my city is on, so I won't be playing there. But honestly, I'm not sure I would be anyways. I think this is a very tilting format currently. It is the power level in this format is just frankly absurd. The fact that Regulation D was already absurd, and then we just put in an amazing support piece that is also 3 different relevant types. I don't understand what's going on there at Pokemon HQ. I don't understand how the TCG is as diverse as it is right now, and then this is just painful. I found this even harder to do than Regulation D, which was not an easy format by any means. But gosh, we're still getting through it. But yeah, maybe I will get better at this format as the format goes on. I think I've got an understanding of a lot of what isn't good. It just I actually just realized I think I've used Iron Hands on just every team ever at this point. I used the same for both games, all the games, so Iron Hands did not need to be on this team. Though I do think this Iron Hands set is fun and good. Probably didn't need to be on with the Vikavolt as well. It's cool running into Conch Elder. I've got some pretty fun co-hosts on in the coming week as well as the one on Friday, so that is exciting. One of them, yeah, so my next 2 co-hosts, I believe it should be entirely new to the channel, which is awesome. Well, not to the channel, but to this series, which is awesome. And thank you overall for watching. I still haven't hit half an hour. Oh yeah, where did I put the Pokemon on this tier list? That is the question. Brute Bonnet is here in 15. Brute Bonnet could really go down. Brute Bonnet really is, I think, in VGC draft, in VGC ladder and everything, just worse than Amoonguss. Should it be in 14 though? That is a separate question. There are a lot of Pokemon in 14 that are flawed. Greninja's in 14, Mandibuzz is there. I don't know why Mandibuzz is there actually. I probably could move that down further. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I always want to see Mandibuzz work, and then it doesn't. It often doesn't. Definitely Paldean and Taurus Fire I like a lot more than Brute Bonnet. And then the other Pokemon, Vikavolt. Where did I put that? 8? 8. It's good on an 8. Dragolgi's there. It's probably worse than Dragolgi, but I think Dragolgi is a very good Pokemon in 8. Just similar issues with not being super slow in Trick Room, and then not being able to function that well outside of Trick Room, and then Dragolgi's adaptability covers over Vikavolt's higher base special attack, even though the synergy with adaptability and Terra can be a bit weird. I definitely think, yeah. But like outside of that, I think that looking at this tier list, I think Vikavolt is probably, in the top half of Pokemon that I have in this 8-point list. Definitely significantly worse than most of the Pokemon in 9, but definitely good, solid in 8. Definitely consider picking up Vikavolt in a draft game. It didn't really fare well in the Dynamax meta, but I think outside of Dynamax, in both Z-Move and with Terra, I think it is a pretty reasonable Pokemon to use in draft. There is like also the fact that it has like a really good defensive typing as a result of having a decent combination with the thing. So it has 2 weaknesses, and then it has 4 resistances and an immunity. And honestly, some of these can be pretty relevant resistances. Electric, fighting, and then in some teams I've even run into where Steel is thing, and certainly the ground immunity is really good. I think Vikavolt is a Pokemon that could have wound up on a bunch of my previous teams. That said, it's an electric type that doesn't resist flying, which always is a pain. But, Iron Hands doesn't resist flying either, and it's very good. Yeah, definitely worth considering picking up Vikavolt. I would not take Brute Bonnet in 15. I don't know. I don't like it shouldn't be in 13, right? But I would definitely take Breloom over Bonnet, even though it's definitely a downgrade. I just feel like Brute Bonnet is really awkward. But yeah, ultimately, thank you guys for watching. It is definitely fun getting back on the horse, and I'm glad to have won a game. I would like to get back to winning 2 or 3 games most episodes, but we'll see how that goes. And goodbye. Please comment down below what you liked and what you didn't like. And if what you didn't like was the latter, me too, bud. Me too.